Hi, I'm Abbas Khatami, IFBB pro bodybuilder. I've been in the bodybuilding and fitness industry for over 30 years. I've transformed thousands of clients around and turned many competitors pro when nobody else could, even the so called best. You've come to the best in the business. That's why I'm known as the king of condition. All right, guys, we're back. This is the first episode of many other episodes to come. This is just the beginning. So, over the next few weeks, I'm going to explain what's going to happen here. I'm going to break down everything you need to know about nutrition, training, and supplementation. So, starting with the basics and working up to more advanced strategies. So, if you just bear with me, stick with me, you'll have the blueprint for real results. All right. I just want to take my time for people who are just coming in to my channel and getting to know me so you can actually go from point A, which you really don't know anything, all the way to advanced level with everything that I'm going to be teaching you guys. So listen, I know you're all tired of the bullshit, and I get it. Anyone that knows me knows that I get straight to the point and I guarantee great results. Now let's get into it. All right. So for this episode, we're just going to go over basic nutrition essentials, how to eat for results without the bullshit. All right. So the thing is here, most people overcomplicate nutrition. But the truth is, if you nail the basics, you can make a serious progress. Sorry, I have a little lozenge in my mouth. I'm still a little sick. So today I'm going to break down the fundamentals of nutrition so you can start seeing real results without all the confusion. All right. So again, for some of you who don't know me, I'm Abbas Khatami, IFBB pro bodybuilder. I've been in the bodybuilding and fitness industry for over 30 years. I've been through everything, ups and downs, all the different kind of diet protocols I've tried, keto, high carb, low carb, everything. So whether you're looking to get lean, put on muscle, or just be healthier, I've got you covered. So let's start with the basics. All right. Macronutrients. I hate saying that word. I just like to say protein, fat, and carbs. All right. So let's break this down. Okay. Proteins. Think of proteins as your building blocks, your foundation. It builds and repairs muscle. So, a few good sources, obviously, are eggs, chicken, lean beef. Get lean ground beef, I suggest, like 93%. If you're going to get steak, I always like top sirloin. Chicken, obviously, and good fish, fresh fish, not like farm fed fish or farm bred fish. um, Real food. Okay, so what studies suggest though about protein per body pound of body weight is zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. I necessarily don't agree with that. It depends on your physical activity and how much output you're putting in or you're putting out. Because if you're a high level athlete, you definitely need more than 1 gram per pound of body weight to recuperate and repair. Okay, depending on your goals and repair your muscle breakdown from all the training that you're doing. So let's get into carbs. So carbs fuel your workouts. Okay, obviously. The key, I like to go with more low glycemic carbs like oats, rice, and certain fruits. What I mean by certain fruits, especially if you're watching your blood sugar. Too many carbs at the wrong time, you store fat. So use them wisely, okay? And fats. Let's get into fats. Oh, one more other thing. Low glycemic carbs, also, if you're diabetic, you want to stick with those more than higher glycemic carbs because it'll be a little bit steadier space over time of your carbohydrate source going into your body, not shooting your sugar level up high and then crashing. You just don't want that. You're going to feel like shit. So fats, let's get into fats. Healthy fats. It helps keep your hormones in check. So a few of them here that I suggest: avocados, walnuts, almonds, olive oil. These are all crucial. Fish oil as well. So that will get into the next episode, which I'll be talking about supplementation and stuff like that. But if you're running low on fats, your energy and hormones will crash, especially for women. Especially for women. So, as we talked in the Abbas's rant, I was talking about portion control, all right? Let's get something straight here. You need to be eating the right amount, okay? You don't have to count every calorie, but you do need to understand portions. So a simple way, if you're out and about and you don't have a scale with you, like a serving size of protein should be the size of your palms. Okay, for me, obviously I'm a big guy, my palm is big. You know, if you're a girl, it's going to suit you. It's probably going to be about maybe 4 ounces. All right. Carbs and should be about like the size of your fist at the most. Maybe a little bit less, depending on your goal as well. You know, if you want to gain weight, your carbs are going to be a little bit more. Okay. And then fats, I typically say about like that much, about the size of your thumb. So that could be 14 almonds, tablespoon of almonds, tablespoon of olive oil, maybe 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. This is if you don't have a scale, okay? So most people overeat because they eyeball portions, all right? And that's why tracking, at least in the beginning, helps. It helps you dial it in. And again, I recommend a food scale. So you visually start seeing what you're really eating. And that will in turn, so when you go out, you're like, oh, you know, this is about as much as I eat now. So you're training your brain visually to see how much you're eating. So now let's get into meal timing. When do you eat for the best results? The biggest mistake I see, people eating at random times. You just don't do this. I mean, if it's out of your control, it happens. But try to eat every 3 to 4 hours to keep your metabolism stable, all right? That's the most important thing. Keep your metabolism stable and your blood sugar stable. So pre and post-workout, meals are very key. Before training, what do you want to have? A mix of protein and carbs. For me, I like to have a good meal, nothing with fats in it, because I don't want it sitting in my stomach. So like a good clean source of protein and maybe a little faster acting carbs, you know, a little bit higher glycemic, not very long glycemic, okay? And then post training, I like to get in fast digesting proteins, obviously like a very good hydro whey protein, and simple carbs to recover. But what I do with a lot of my clients is I mix simple carbs with some complex carbs, all right? So it gets you that initial kick in of sugar and glucose, and then the complex carbs will keep you satiated a little bit longer, all right? So now if you're diabetic, like me, meal timing becomes even more critical to keep blood sugar in check, all right? And that's why above I talked about certain type of fruits. Certain type of fruits, like berries, are a little bit lower glycemic index for carbohydrates. So again, being a diabetic, you got to be careful on what type of fruits you take in as well. If you're going to take high glycemic fruits, you may want to take that after your workout, okay? Not at any other time. So listen, if you just apply these basic understandings of macros, control your portions, and structure your meals, you'll see results. I always say consistency. Just be consistent. Consistency is key. All right. So now listen, guys. If you have a comment or a question, or if you want me to touch on something in the next video, please do so. Comment below, and I'll be sure to add that into my next episodes. I hope you guys got some information out of this, and be sure to tune in a couple days. We'll be going over some mental aspects of competing, mindset, and overcoming some obstacles. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night, good morning, wherever you are.